Although the fight is almost here, it appears like the mayhem is only beginning a few days before their big match. It's like the universe is making sure we're all on the edge of our seats until the very last second. If you haven't been living under a rock, you probably already know that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are going to square off in one of the biggest boxing matches in a long time. The fight is scheduled for November 15th at the At&T Arena. We're going to give you guys 45 seconds to answer my question, and the opponent has another 45 seconds to respond. It's like a presidential debate, so yeah, tell me about it all right, okay? And when I'm here, it's important. Jake is doing what he does best, stirring up drama. He's out. They're talking nonstop to make sure everyone is paying attention, and his main goal is to make as much money as possible. Jake is certain that his big talk and loud voice will give him an advantage, so he feels okay with going beyond, even if it means trying to make Tyson look bad. Jake may be excellent at trash talking, but Tyson's punches do much more than just cause pain. It's almost as if he believes that saying a lot of crazy things will somehow make him stronger in the ring. Come on, we're talking about Mike Tyson here. This time, Jake is really going all out. He's acting like he's already on Tyson's level. Just a few months ago, he was taking a walk to get some fresh air when he suddenly saw Iron and Mike Tyson himself on the street. You might think that a simple hello would have been more appropriate, but with these two, things got intense quickly, as if a storm was brewing. Let's just say that their hello looked more like a scene from an action movie than a casual meeting. You could call it anything but peaceful. A few months ago, these two also had a run-in at the Cowboys vs. Saints game. Jake was in full trash talk mode, saying things to Tyson that we can't even repeat. Fans were shocked and even a little angry, but Jake didn't back down, not even for Mike Tyson. Although the fans are becoming impatient with Jake's behavior and believe he is pushing things too far, Jake seems to enjoy the attention as if it's all part of the game. Nevertheless, the fans are obviously cheering for Tyson to put him in his place. Jake really seems to enjoy poking the bear, but this time it's Tyson. Tyson has responded in a unique way to all of this. Jake Paul has undoubtedly been working hard to establish himself in the boxing world. He has faced some formidable opponents, delivered some wild blows, and undoubtedly knows how to get people talking. You have to give him credit for causing a stir, but this time he may have gone a bit too far, particularly when he chose to start a fight with none other than Mike Tyson. During their most recent run-in, Jake demonstrated that he isn't afraid to push buttons, even if they belong to a boxing legend. He pretended to be on Tyson's level, prepared to take on Tyson head-on, but in all honesty, facing Tyson isn't like picking a fight with just any fighter. This is iron. Jake's audacity was impressive, but perhaps a bit overconfident. Let's clarify that the Saints vs. Cowboys game was the ideal way to start the season, and wow, it did not let fans down. The Saints came out ready, scoring points as if it were easy, and by the end, they crushed the Cowboys with a huge 44-9 victory. It was a game that fans would remember for a long time, or at least they would have if something even more significant hadn't occurred. Because let's face it, nobody was discussing the score after halftime. The real action took place during the break and had nothing to do with touchdowns. The commotion between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul was what truly had everyone on the edge of their seats. This is the scenario from the game where these two decided to have a face-off at halftime. Fans were not prepared for this. It's halftime, and while most fans are enjoying some snacks or just relaxing, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are preparing to square off on the field, not in the ring, but right in the middle of the stadium. You know Jake, he can't resist any opportunity to get attention, and in a matter of seconds, he went from composed to furious, hurling every insult he could think of at Tyson. It seemed like he had a long list of things to say and was determined to get through them all. However, let's face it, it looked a little excessive. And of course, we're talking about Iron Mike here. Tyson is a legend who has faced more challenges and fights than Jake could ever imagine. As if he had seen it all before, Tyson stood there composed and undisturbed, unwilling to become enmeshed in Jake's antics. The fans couldn't decide whether to laugh at Jake's ridiculous behavior or feel irritated. Some thought it was hilarious that Jake was trying so hard to get a response from Tyson. Jake continued to hurl insult after insult, practically bouncing around in a frenzy, but Tyson was like a statue, completely unfazed. While others were growing weary of his exaggerated behavior, Tyson remained composed, almost as if he thought the entire scene was amusing because he's been in much larger fights and isn't easily intimidated. Then, just when everyone was wondering if Tyson would respond, he did, but instead of yelling or creating a scene, he hit Jake with a cool, collected response. We'll see what happens in the ring, so you just need to relax. Tyson only needed to make a calm, steady statement without shouting or making an extravagant reply. A man who understands that he can demonstrate his genuineness without acting tough. Tyson has played this game long enough to understand that making a disturbance at a football game is untidy and gives the impression that you're desperate, which is precisely the impression Jake was giving off. Jake appeared to be making an excessive amount of effort to influence Tyson's thoughts, but it was failing. As Tyson stood there like an indestructible wall, Jake appeared to be losing control. To be honest, it was a little embarrassing to watch, but Tyson's cool demeanor made that impossible. We understand that Tyson is all about the hype, that he thrives on the buzz, and that the more drama, the better. But Tyson is the complete opposite. He doesn't need to jump around or put on a show to prove that he is a legend. He knows the simple fact that actions speak louder than words. While Jake was busy stirring things up, Tyson kept things cool and classy, refusing to join in on the antics because he knows who he is and what he has done in the ring, which is why fans respect him. Just because Jake loves attention, he won't make a football game into a circus. Tyson is too intelligent to be drawn into a senseless deed, but it appears that his cool-headed strategy isn't working anymore after Jake Paul ran into him. Jake got too close, but Tyson got the last laugh because he made sure Jake felt the full force of his power. What do you think about their most recent altercation? Do you think it will affect their fight on November 15th? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Tyson didn't just stand there quietly, he was prepared to deliver his deadliest punch.